Hey guys, what is going on? It is Ando, and today we're going to talk about something a little bit different than I was planning. I had a Relic 8 video ready to push out to you guys, but of course today we got some news about the biggest change in Grand Arena, since I would say Grand Arena Championships was announced. Like, this is huge. And so we're going to talk about that today. And in this video specifically, we're going to talk about how you can prepare for the new changes that are coming. So without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. Before we get into this video, I'm just going to go ahead and give a big shout out to the Andos Commandos. Thank you guys for supporting me with Twitch via subscription and Patreon. And if you see these legends around, make sure you guys give them a thumbs up and let them know that they're just amazing. So thank you guys so much again. If you guys have any interest in supporting us, the links for that will be in the description below. Okay guys, so the first thing I think you need to do is you need to go read the forum post. It's got a ton of information in there, but if you're not going to read the forum post, really the biggest things that you need to do is determine which new GAC division you're in. Now, this has got some pretty big implications with it right now, is what we know. So the big thing here, this is the GP cutoffs that you're going to be kind of bracketed into. And then this right here is the big thing for those of you that were in Division 1 before. So this is telling you how many squads that you're adding total. Now, I want to make a small caveat on this because I don't know for sure, but it certainly seems like this. It seems like the people that were like in Division 5 and are going to move back to like Division 8 will actually set less squads than they used to. Again, that has not been confirmed. I hope that's not the case because I don't think that that's actually fair. I think that that's going to reward people that have a top heavy roster, and instead of setting the 5 teams, you're only setting 3 teams now. And again, it's going to favor the people that have kind of invested heavily into a squad or 2. So hopefully they kind of rework that. I know that that's kind of an issue. I know a lot of people that were in Division 2 that are getting bumped out of some of these divisions are now like talking about how they're not going to set 2 fleets anymore. And hopefully they relook that part, but I'm just going to let you guys know as of right now, that's what it seems like is going to happen. So just, go on here, figure out what division you're in, see how many teams you're going to be setting. And that's step number 1. Okay guys, step number 2 is going to be doing exactly what I did here. And we're going to just use myself as an example so that way you guys can kind of get a feel for what's happened. So I was Division 1, I'm getting bumped down to Division 2, but I'm still adding 3 more squads into my mix. Now that's not just 3 more squads that I have to place on defense, that's also 3 more squads that I have to place on offense. That brings my total team count, if I one-shot everything, to 20. And so you can see that that is a huge jump from what I used to be at. So go ahead and just start laying out teams. And remember, again, because it's 20 teams, you're not going to create some of these Titan teams that maybe we're used to creating. It's all going to be roster dependent though. Maybe you have the roster to still do it. Some people might, some people might not. But the biggest thing to do is just kind of lay them out. So, and I suggest laying them out in kind of power order, like Galactic Legends first, Galactic Legend counters next, the A tier teams, B tier teams, all the way down until you hit your threshold. So for me, again, some of these teams they're not like set for me. I just was kind of throwing teams out there that I thought was like, hey, this might be a good idea, right? And there were times where I said, I think I originally had C3PO or something, or Shock T or something like that in here, and I put in Xeris, right? Because again, we're trying to balance a little bit more than what we were trying to do before. So this seems like a good place for that. And so just go down the list and just kind of think about what are your strongest teams, what are your weaker teams. And it doesn't have to be, like I said, in rank order. As you kind of see, we're starting to get more Gear 12s in here. Treya, I haven't used Treya, I don't think, since maybe Bugs came out, or maybe even Grand Arena in general, before the championships was added. And you can see here, like, my team's really like 18 through 20. I mean, like, really even probably before that. These are teams that I'm kind of worried about. So this is the first step, right? And this is a good thing for me to realize. This is going to kind of dictate my next moves, what I'm going to do with my roster and how I'm going to keep rounding it out. And don't forget that it's not just the gear, guys. It is some of these characters, you know, again, haven't used them. You know, I don't even know what kind of mods, if I do have mods on them, right? I have 1.6e there. You know, maybe it's time to add the Zeta on some of these characters as well, for those of us that were hoarding or whatever. I'm not trying to say to go all out and spend everything that you have, but I'm just trying to say, hey, you know, if it makes sense and if it's a team that seems like it's going to be good, maybe now's the time to, you know, kind of act on it. So again, this helps you identify maybe some weak links, and maybe it helps you identify, you know, characters that maybe didn't think in a team would work, or maybe a team that needs a little bit more firepower or whatever. And this will help, you know, kind of guide what's going to be your defense and offensive strategy. What it also will help you do, as far as mods and team strategy goes, is it'll tell you kind of what you have left, right? So I know right now, based off of what I can see, you know, I'm showing you guys the rest of my roster here. There's not a ton left. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. Like, you know, if I have to one tap everything, you know, if I have to double tap something, I hope that it's not a, you know, Galactic Legend or an A tier team, because I just don't have the teams for it right here. If you know that you're the kind of person that needs an extra team or two, that is going to help you dictate your offensive and defensive strategy. That might tell you that you need to bring a few teams off your defense and maybe throw in a kind of give me team. I hate to say it. I hate to, you know, put that out there, because I never want to give the opponent an easy team. But if it means that you're going to, you know, save yourself a full clear, I think for right now, that might be an option for you and for me. So I just want to point that out there, right? It's a good grasp on, you know, what you still have left after you kind of create your offensive and defensive plan, as far as the amount of teams that you're going to need. All right, and last thing I want to point out, guys, is this spreadsheet. Now, this spreadsheet is on the Gambit Discord. I'll leave a link in the description below to their Discord. They're an excellent source. You know, I'm a little bit biased, you know, part of that group of streamers, but I will say this, like, this spreadsheet might become really, really valuable, especially when we start comparing top 100s, because, or at least for me, that's a top 100. And the thing is we've been comparing the top 70s now, or top 66, depending if it's 3v3 or 5v5. But this is a good thing, and I'm going to start comparing people that I think that I might be close to, just to get a feel for, hey, where am I? Like, am I a guy that's got a deeper roster? Am I a guy that's got, you know, not such a deep roster? I'm super top heavy. And again, because for me, I'm setting down 10 teams, you know, times multiplied by 5 for the characters per squad, and then you multiply that by 2. That gives me my top 100. So in here, normally this was set to the top 70, right? So, or we'll just say, yeah, the top 70 right here. So this is kind of showing you right here, and I'm sorry, this is, you know, now in white. I was trying to save everybody's eyes, but and so I changed the colors on it. But all you have to do is you kind of just go in through here after you plug in your ally code and stuff, and this gets us all from .gg, so it's kind of a one-hit pull. Big shout out to Endall, for he has a video on this as well, I believe, or maybe it's part of one of his videos. And I believe it's Dr. Pivot that created this. So I just want to give the proper credit where it's due. And again, you know, this is me right here. So right now it looks like, you know, I've got a top 100 of 5.4 million. That's not a number that I was used to comparing, right? I just wasn't used to kind of gathering that data. So it's going to kind of give you a feel for what you have as far as, you know, GP in your top whatever. But yeah, if you have any questions on how to use this, guys, it's pretty straightforward. There's some instructions on the first tab. But again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the Gambit server or in my server as well. I have no problems trying to help people out with this. But yeah, again, this might help you figure out, hey, even though we're close GP wise overall, one of you might have actually a way higher top 100. It's way less likely now because of, you know, how deep 100 is in someone's roster, but you never know. And the last thing I'm going to leave with you guys is mod depth is going to be way more important now. The fact that we're using way more of our roster depth, a lot of people were able to just kind of give the guys that needed speed, you know, to those, you know, 5 or 6 guys, and the rest of them was just like, whatever, I'll just kind of, you know, throw mods on them. This is going to be more important now, more than ever, to have decent mods on your decent characters. So go through those decent characters that you probably haven't touched in a long time. I know that's what I'll be doing. And go through them and figure out, you know, hey, is there a mod that works better here? You know, what am I trying to accomplish with this character and this team? And I think, again, this will help you in the long run. Hopefully these ideas helped you guys out. And if you guys have any of yourself, make sure you guys let us know, because again, you guys all have great ideas and I just want to be part of it. So let us know what you guys are doing to prepare for the new changes in GAC. And I will see you guys in the next one.